I'm getting back to work on the house today, and I'm not exactly sure what we have in store, but I thought I'd bring you guys along as we try to tackle a few jobs and get further ahead on our home renovation. Right now we're working on the living room and a bathroom. So let's see what we can find. First thing I'm going to work on is the light right here. All I want to do is prepare this for a new ceiling light. I actually have a new wire run up in the attic, but these wires are the old original wires. So as you can see, the wires up here are too short and all burnt up and corroded, and just I can't work with that. As much as I hate climbing into the attic on a hot sunny day, I won't be up there long. Let me get that done. I'll be back in a minute and we'll move on to something else. Not much to show, but we got it done. The new wire is secured in the box, and that's good enough for now. While it's super hot in the attic and I don't want to go back up there, the work has to go on. We have this new ventilation fan for our bathroom. And so I'm going to take a look at this ceiling and try to figure out where I want the fan and the best way to install it. Now this ceiling is a little bit of a mess. We have, you can see, an old duct hole, we have an old light fixture hole, and we have a hole over here from the old plumbing pipe going up. This is where the bathroom wall used to be. You can see that paint line. Where the white stops was the original bathroom. After looking at the fan, I decided the best option for this ceiling is going to be a retrofit. And retrofit just means that we're going to install the fan after the ceiling is done instead of before. New build versus retrofit. And that's because I want to install a new ceiling on here. We're going to be leaving this whole old ceiling in place and just putting a new wood ceiling right on top of it, or right below it, I should say, and making it good as new. There's no point in removing the old wood and having to deal with the old insulation on top of it. It's all fine, it's all solid. Let's just get the ceiling on there to close up all these gaps and make it new again. So that's going to be the first step, but by doing it this way, we're going to have a double ceiling, and it's going to be extra thick, so I just want to make sure that everything was going to work. And I think what I'm going to do is go up in the attic and drill a couple of holes down along the joist right here so that I can mark out where the joist is, and I can keep track of that so that I know after the ceiling is up where to cut out for this fan. And I can also prepare a hole for the ceiling light above the mirror. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just prep working. We're going to get this bathroom ceiling finished. We ran to the store and picked up some wood to do our bathroom ceiling. So we should be able to move right along on this project now. We decided on the bathroom ceiling that we want to stain it white with a solid stain. So we picked up some really clear lumber with not too many knots. No knots at all, it's clean. And this is gonna look really sharp in there, I think. So we're gonna go ahead and get these processed. We're doing the wide side, yeah? Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
We finished staining our 9 boards and they are dry. We're gonna start doing clear coat right now. We're gonna do 2 coats of clear varnish. We just finished up on the first coat of clear. While that's drying, I'm gonna work on this ceiling in here. You guys know that we just installed this. This ceiling is actually gonna be painted white to match our living room over here. So it's really easy. We're gonna get a coat of primer and a coat of paint. I don't have to worry about knots or anything because this wood is pretty clear. So I'm just gonna get it done. Look how nice those came out. These are 100% done. They feel pretty good. We got 2 coats of varnish on them and they're dry. So right now we can install the bathroom ceiling. So I have some lines marked out on the ceiling. We're gonna cut out a little section here. That's where the ceiling light will be over the sink. And we're gonna be probably cutting out the box over here for the bathroom fan. Like I said, since the ceiling's gonna be double thick, it's better to get this out of the way first. I can oversize this hole so that it's easier to install my light fixture box later on. Well, that was a lot messier than I expected, but we got it done. And we have our perfect vent opening, perfect light opening. Now I think we're 100% ready to start installing the ceiling. Since these ceiling boards run this way, we're going to be doing our ceiling perpendicular to it. So we're running them that way. That way, if there's any imperfections in the wood, the new ceiling can just span it. And you won't see it in the finished ceiling. We'll be pushing them down in any kind of weird spots. Anyway, I guess we'll get our first piece cut and see how it goes. Do you have a cutoff that I can use as a hitting block? Well, it's going good so far.
But later when it's done,
Hopefully I got these notches perfect. We are halfway done with the room, and we are at the point where we can start notching out for this ventilation fan. And everything is going good, so I'm going to get this piece ready, and then we'll keep going with the install. So as we continue on, you can see we've made good progress, but now I've come to an odd spot in the ceiling where I could see a visual lift, and the ceiling kind of wings up at the very end here. So I'm attaching these cedar shingles to act as shims, some nice long shims to taper it back down where it's supposed to be. To keep the ceiling flat. It's not a big deal if the ceiling went up a little, but it's not going to look as nice in the finished product. So I'm just going to try to keep it going nice and level like that. This ceiling joist right here must be just a little higher than the rest, and it just lifts that part up. But we got those stapled on, so we're now ready to continue and do the last few pieces. Looking good. Almost done, guys. And then we can start working on the rest of this. I'd like to get the fan in there, but I don't know if I feel like going in the attic and doing that. But we'll see. We'll see how the day goes. Maverick, I need help. I need you to hand me that big red, this tool right here.
Uh-huh. If I can lift it.
Bring it around here. Thank you.
That was late a little.
Ceiling is done. I am totally happy with how this came out. I'm glad we didn't have any mess ups because we had no extra wood. So we were careful, took our time. And now we have a brand new smooth finished ceiling ready for our new bathroom. And that was way easier than removing the old wood or refinishing or fixing any of that. It just wasn't even worth it for this space. this is definitely the right option, is to just go over it. Sometimes you just gotta cover it up. So you guys remember the hole we made up here before installing our new ceiling? That's because I have to drill a big hole right here for the ceiling box that's going to be installed there. And it's kind of risky, not risky, but unconventional. So I'm always nervous about this because typically people put their lights in the wall above the mirror or on the sides of the mirror. Right here we can't put them on the sides because there's just not enough room. And everybody else would do it right here. That's the safe route to go because you can buy a lot of fixtures that will fit above a mirror. But we're going to do it strangely. We're going to put it on the ceiling and have a pendant light hanging down because we like that better. We feel like it just fits the theme, it fits our home, and we have a really cool antique light we want to use. We're going to commit to this and put a hole in our new ceiling. But I just wanted to explain that, why we're not putting the light above the mirror. It's going to be the same difference. It's still going to have a light above the mirror. It's just going to be hanging. That was dirty. Perfect fit. Let's just see what happens if we fold them in. Well, I didn't break anything.
Nothing to break on metal.
Well, I'm seeing a slight obstacle that I didn't anticipate. This can go in here, and that's good. But I'm seeing, I don't want this dropping on my head here. Well, what I'm seeing is that this might hit the ceiling. Let's see if I have enough room. You know, that because it's so thick with the double ceiling. While I thought this was going smoothly, I didn't anticipate this. This is the ductwork that comes out of our vent fan. And there's not enough room here because it's all taken up with that ceiling, the double thick ceiling. So I won't have enough room to get this in and attach a duct to it. So, unfortunately, I do have to go up in the attic and I have to cut the old ceiling back a little bit where this duct is, just so I can have some more room to get this in. It's not tragic, but it's unfortunate because I could have had it chopped out before I had the ceiling installed. And now I have to sit in the dirty hot attic cutting it away, but it'll be quick. So I'll just take it back, make sure I have enough room to get that ductwork flowing. So I just got out of the attic and I went ahead and I cut away those boards that were right here above the ceiling. Wasn't too bad. Now this goes in here and I have plenty of room for that duct. I'm going to get that secured in place. I'm feeling good about the progress so far. Well guys, I feel good about this and I'm going to quit for now. I'm going to go get cleaned up and take a break. The big thing was just getting the ceiling sealed up so that we stop making a mess on the floor with that insulation. And now I can start roughening the plumbing, getting the tub installed, getting our toilet carrier installed. This is going to be awesome how much progress we're going to make on this bathroom coming up. So I'm looking forward to that. Ceiling came out beautiful. I'm really loving this, nice and smooth, clean. I'm glad we decided to get the nicer quality wood. We almost picked up a bunch of wood with the knotty kind of pine, and it wasn't even pine, it was like fir or spruce or something, but we almost got the cheap wood, and I think it would have looked too rustic. This looks nice and fresh and crisp. So like I said, I'm going to go now. We'll be back soon, following up on this project probably. So thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.